I barely escaped abduction by Nasir El-Rufai because a police officer who was privy to the conversations decided to put through a call. I've still not met that police officer till date, although he retired about 2 years ago. Decided to put through a call to tell me that they were going to be moving to abduct me. This was the moment when I was then provided with proof that an application had been made before a magistrate in Kaduna to procure a warrant for my arrest on charges that founded on what? That the day before, the Friday before the first scheduled date of the presidential election in 2019, Nasir El-Rufai had gone on TV to say that 66 Fulanis had been killed extrajudicially in Kajuru. It turned out to be criminally false. The police commissioner said so, NEMA said so. Eventually, I believe the SSS did say so as well. But no, what happened? Nasir El-Rufai doubled down on that. And when you say 66 people, but particularly 66 Fulanis have been killed in any part of northern Nigeria, you can be sure that reprisals will follow with all certainty, if not brutality. Now, so I went on air and denounced that. And for that, Nasir El-Rufai wanted me abducted on charges of incitement, spreading false information. He was the person spreading false information, by the way. And we have been in court. We were in court throughout the period of his rule from then until 2023 to make sure that I was judicially and legally and lawfully protected from arbitrary arrest or abduction. And that case remains in the Court of Appeal as we speak. My lawyer, Gloria Ballasin, who is also a signatory, then became the subject of different activity by his regime to abduct Gloria. Gloria could only continue to practice and defend those of us whom she was defending because Nasir El-Rufai's government was precluded from abducting her by an explicit order of the High Court of Kaduna State. I could go on. Steve Kefas was abducted from Port Harcourt, from River State, taken undercover to Kaduna State, where he was detained for over 6 months. Steve left prison with his life as a matter of luck. Okay? Now, if I could spend all the time we have just discussing the kinds of incredible things that this guy procured as governor, and in each case, he was happy to come on TV and justify himself, justify what he did in the name of exercising